This is the Travy Brown podcast in a dim lit room, episode 3.
Familiar with the deeper levels of the thought process and becomes aware of the subtle levels of creation. And when the mind becomes familiar
Alright,
with the
friends,
subtle
thank you for
creation,
coming back
the ability
for
is
more.
gained to stimulate those regions
This is
of
episode
thought
3.
The amounts of unforeseen.
And if you're watching right now and wondering, hey Trav, why such a dim lit room? What's up with all the candles? If you're listening to this right now, to paint you a picture, typically I have one bright light on me and there's a red wall behind me. And it's a pretty standard setup. But right now, I got all the lights off and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles on the desk in front of me lighting my face. There's also a blue light shining, maybe a little more moody vibe, maybe something like that. Because I was feeling a little weird today, feeling a little moody. To be honest, I wasn't too stoked on doing the podcast. I didn't know what to talk about, and I still don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I think maybe I wanted to reflect that in the visuals of what you are seeing now. Maybe I've been watching too many French films, particularly the movie Orphy, which I watch, and another one that I watch. Now we are switching to a different accent, different ones that I watch. Today, actually, it was called La Jetée. It's a 1962 French science fiction film, and it's pretty fucking cool. It's only 26 minutes long, and it's constructed almost entirely from still photos. And I've never seen a movie like that. And apparently the movie 12 Monkeys was heavily inspired by that, by this film. And it's pretty crazy because you would think that only by not having any moving images that it would be just kind of boring. But I don't know, something happens while you're watching this and it's almost like the images are moving with the music, the orchestra playing in the background, and the storytelling of the narrator, and the ambient sounds they have. It was pretty awesome, and I am inspired. And sometimes you need to do something new and do something different and change it up to get inspired. And so that's what I did today. It's also freezing cold right now in Asheville, North Carolina. I'd say the temperature is near 36 degrees. Let's take a look, see here on the old weather. Oh, I originally was going to say 32, and it's 33. I didn't want to go for 32. I thought maybe go higher. So yeah, it's 33, and it's not snowing yet. But I got my jacket on, just in case. So episode number 3. I'm really enjoying doing these podcasts. It's a big challenge for me, someone who is not the most talkative, perhaps, or the best storyteller, perhaps. So it's a good challenge, and I'm finding it in the last 2 episodes anyway, or the last episode that was 2 parts that were each 20 minutes. That flew by super quick. So quick. The first episode seemed to drag on forever. And I'm assuming it's just going to get better as it goes along. I released a new comedy sketch, on Monday, featuring the one and only Carolee Higgins. If y'all haven't seen it yet, I recommend you go on over to YouTube and see my video on Carolee Higgins, a Christmas hero. Carolee Higgins was a lot of fun to play. The wife did Carol's makeup and used a blonde wig that the wife used for her Hooters costume. Hooters. And I think it turned out really great. I've got some good reviews from the folks, and I think Carolee Higgins will be making a return to the YouTube screen at some point in the near future. So, let's get the show started. What are we going to talk about? I don't know. I didn't have a plan. I'm winging it as I go, as they say. Let's talk about love, baby. More specifically, let's talk about first love, your first human love. My first human love, romantically, was with my first grade teacher, Mrs. Trump. Now, you might be saying, "Oh, Travis, you're only in first grade. How do you know what love is? Everybody says this all the time." And I just would say to you that you guys don't know what I was going through in first grade, so who are you to say? Don't judge us. Don't judge us as a couple, me and Miss Trump. Okay, maybe I didn't love her, but I was infatuated with her in first grade. And I remember the principal was also very infatuated by Miss Trump, and always happened to find himself coming into our classroom, which was my first experience with jealousy. Yes, he would come in and they would laugh. And after school, in first grade, I could see there was something more than meets the eye going on here. And the next year, they both were gone. So, auf Wiedersehen to them. First love, Miss Trump, wherever you are, you got me started down this path. Second love was in second grade. That's interesting. The next year, also an older woman. This time, though, she was a fellow student in the 5th grade, and her name was Lane Oregon. Lane Oregon was her name, I remember. And back in school, when I was in elementary school, they had a program where you could write letters to each other, back and forth. The different students in different grades, they could write letters, and somebody would deliver the letters. And that was a great program they had. I hope that's still around, but I very much doubt that that's still around. But anyway, I remember writing Lane a love letter. I guess as much of a love letter as a second grader could write. Because Lane would let me massage her back on the playground by the cheese castle. And if you don't know what a cheese castle is, you were robbed of a childhood. Oh no, the camera's dying. This is not good. Folks, the camera is dying as I am speaking. Our time is limited. We're at 10 minutes and 13 seconds. I better get to the point quick. Lane liked me as a friend. She told me so in a letter. Didn't have another love till I was 16. First serious girlfriend at 16. Thought it'd last forever. Thought she was the one. We met at the hardcore show. And as all first loves go, first real loves, they disappear as quickly as they appear. And that first love was out of my life, and I began to experience what heartache really was. What a terrible thing. Somebody cuts open your chest with a serrated turkey knife and grinds the bones, grinds the meat, grinding the meat, and pulls your heart out and slices it like a piece of garlic, just layer at a time, until slowly there's nothing left. This is the feeling you have. And I laid in bed for 2 weeks, and I thought I would die. And that pain of heartbreak, that's part of it. And you think to yourself, I will never love again. How could I? This person was everything. And the time moves on. And the years go by. And then someone else wonderful comes into your life. And maybe they fade away as well. And the years go by again, and it keeps going. And the world doesn't stop, and nobody cares what your little internal struggles are. And maybe one day you're lucky enough to find somebody who will love you unconditionally, and you will love unconditionally, not with conditions. It's not a give and take, as some might say. It's not a give